Hey everyone, welcome to Attract and Convert Your Perfect Client on Instagram. My name's Farhana Cannon and I'm the founder of iMedia Exposure. We're the social media and brand experts. Today we are going to discuss how you can grow your followers and get more clients using social media and Instagram in particular. I've been speaking and training on stages all over the world for the last 9 years now. When I first was asked to do speaking and be on stages, I was like, absolutely not. And my business mentor asked me, why do you do what you do? And I told him I really loved helping people grow their businesses and live lives that they love. And I really want to grow my brand and grow my exposure. And he asked me, well, you can do all of these things for way more people if you get up on stage and speak. So, do you want to be a speaker? And I thought to myself, yeah, sure. And I share this because a lot of people may be afraid of sharing themselves or, speaking on camera or posting on social media. And the thing is, we all have a contribution to give to the world. And why not share your tips, share your story, and help people and provide them with the products and services that they're looking for and be findable, be on the different platforms that your target demographic is on. I've worked with lots of different brands, from global brands like the Board of Tourism for Barbados, Moet Hennessy, from startups to restaurants, fashion brands, financial companies, dispensaries, CBD companies. We work with a lot of business coaches and speakers as well. We work in real estate as well. So there's a variety of different businesses that we work with. And any of the principles I'm sharing with you today can be translatable into any of these different businesses. I'm going to use the word brand a lot. And I love what Seth Godin says about a brand. He says, a brand is a set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that taken together account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another. So think about the brands that you've already shopped from. Think about Apple, Nike, some of these big brands. You have a set of expectations. When you get an iPhone, you have a set of expectations of what the packaging will look like, what the branding, what the product is actually going to do for you, what the customer service is going to be, what their messaging is going to be, and your expectations are already set. So when you're thinking about your brand, what are those expectations that you want to set for your brand and for people to know when they're working with your product? So here's a question for you guys. Why do you believe people fail at social media marketing? So take a second, you can put it in the chat box or just write it down. So some of the main reasons that people fail at social media marketing is that they don't have enough time, that they can't manage all of the hats of entrepreneurship. And don't worry, you don't need to. We outsource things that we are just not loving and that we don't have the time to do. You don't want to take on everything. You want to do things that you do well and outsource the rest. Or people don't have a plan. Think about it. If you don't have a plan, you can't achieve anything. Or they don't know how to optimize the different platforms. They don't know the strategies, and they don't know how to really optimize their time to get the most return on investment. So in this workshop, we're going to discuss how to get the most return on investment and a couple of practical steps on how you can actually attract and convert your perfect client. At iMedia Exposure, we want to take your brand to the next level. So when we're working with companies, we really do a brand analysis. We do an analysis of the company and their competitors. You want to think about this when you're doing your marketing too. And if you don't have time and you want to outsource it, we can totally help you. When you look at competitors, whether it be on your level or brands that have, thousands or millions of dollars in marketing, take a look at their marketing and do an analysis. Take a look at what are their strengths and benefits. This is going to help you to figure out what you do and do not want to incorporate into your business. Your brand identity is super important. So we do branding for companies. We basically create the messaging, the aesthetics, and the graphics that are going to go on social media, on your website. Your sales and marketing funnel is another important thing. People think that they're going to put on social media some posts and they're going to get tons of sales. And as many of you know, that is not the case. You have to create a plan and a strategy and have people leave social media and actually go on to your marketing channels to really get that reach. Marketing plan. This includes all of the things you're going to post, your content calendars, your emails, your blog posts, your ad campaigns, your partnerships, your outreach, your events, all of these things. Then you want to create strategy and have partnerships. Build your team. Who are your affiliates? What events are you going to partner with? And then content creation. You want to make sure that you are taking good quality photos. So you're setting up photo shoots. We work with our clients and do monthly photo shoots so that we have great content for the following months. We also make sure that the copywriting is engaging, and you want to use hashtags that are going to have people find you, especially on Instagram. So now our number one tip is work on your digital marketing plan. I show this picture. This is the 3 marathons that I ran, and I would be doing more. And when they come back, I will finish the 6 world majors. But when I started running marathons, I started training for marathons, I hadn't run more than 6 miles. And many of you that are starting your business or are looking to grow your business even further, you are at a point. To get to that next point, you have to do a series of different steps. You're not going to say, okay, I start my company today and we're going to have all of the stuff done. There needs to be a plan that you can actually work. In marathons, I hired coaches. I was part of teams and groups for, run clubs. So for a business, you want to think about masterminds or different groups. At iMedia Exposure, we have a mastermind. It's called the Brand Boutique Elite Mastermind, and it meets on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's free, and I would love for you guys to all join. And in that group, we have a support community to work on our projects, to get affiliates, to get referrals, and to get ideas and suggestions to support our launches and grow our businesses. You then also have to create a content calendar or a monthly calendar. What happens every single month? What happens every single day? What happens every single week for you to get that to that point? When I first started running, I didn't say, hey, I'm going to run 26 miles. It was like, okay, let's start off 3, let's go 6, let's go 7, 8, 9. So every day it was doing a little bit more. And then there's equipment, there's tools that you need to optimize your running or your business. Do you have a CRM? What email system are you using? What social media platforms are you using? Are there any other tools that you're needing? So you want to think about all of these things, and that goes into your plan. Some of the goals for social marketers is to increase brand awareness. So yes, we definitely want sales, but you also want people to see and know about your brand. It takes 7 to 12 imprints for somebody to actually purchase from your business. So think about the things that you've purchased. How many times did you have to learn about that product? Or how many times did you have to see a post or go on their website or see an ad or be told about this product or service or place before you actually purchased? It's the same with your business. So getting that brand exposure is super critical to having people trust and feel comfortable with buying from your brand. Then we go into sales and lead gen. Those of you that have product-based businesses, you can definitely do sales and have your store on Instagram and on Facebook. Those of you that are doing services, you want to get people to leave your Facebook or your Instagram or your LinkedIn or any of these other platforms that you're using to go to your website to sign up for a freebie or an appointment with you or a reservation or maybe one of your products. Then you want to do engagement with your community. So increasing your community engagement is super important so that people are actually seeing your posts on Instagram and the other platforms that you're using. And to do this, you can ask questions, create polls, you can literally go out and engage. So go and find these people and talk to them. And don't initially meet somebody and say, hey, buy my product. Imagine if I walked up to you on the street and was like, hey guys, buy my product. You'd be like, okay, like who are you? That's kind of weird. I just met you. So it's the same for social media marketing. You can definitely get the conversation started and ask people questions, but think about it this way. You want to get to know the person before you just give them an offer. You want to make sure that you're tailoring your offers to actually work for the needs of that person and make sure that they're open before you're selling to them. You want to grow your brand's audience. So the more followers, the more eyes on your posts. And there's various different strategies to do this. Engagement is really great. Working with influencers, partners, affiliates, joining groups. And next is getting increased web traffic. So that's getting people to have inciting incentives and exciting offers to leave social media to go to your website to sign up or purchase. And all of these steps, you want to make sure that you have a return on investment. So think about it. How many hours will it take for you to get this amount of sales or this amount of signups or this amount of appointments or this amount of followers? What is it going to take? How many hours are you going to have to spend? And you might not know this at the very beginning, but test it out. You know, I did X with this strategy for 1 hour every day for a whole week, and it got me these results at the end of the week. Then, add that up and duplicate that. We've created a course that takes you through this marketing plan and creating your digital marketing plan and implementing all of these steps so that you have it really written down and that you can take action right away. You have your sales goals set up and you have all of the different pieces of what we'll go over in this workshop set up. So in our modules, it includes 8 video modules and 10 live weeks with me in a small group. You also will get one-on-one, a marketing plan template, and different templates and guides to help you do the work for each one of these sections. So number 1, we go over your brand identity, then figuring out your customer demographics, then going through your competitive analysis and showing you how to effectively do this. Then go into creating an offer that people can't refuse. Remember, we want to increase web traffic. Then we go into your sales and marketing funnel, your content creation, attracting your perfect client, and expanding your brand reach. We work through each one of these sections on each of the calls, and I'll give you great strategies and tips that will be industry specific for you. Throughout the rest of this workshop, I'm going to go over each one of these elements and give you tips for you to get started right now. So number 2. So my number 1 tip was that marketing plan. My number 2 tip is it's all about the narrative. So what does this really mean? It's all about the narrative means the messaging, the branding, and how you're telling your story and really engaging and capturing the attention of your target demographic. You want to share what your brand vision, mission, values is and build a relationship with those perfect clients. People should really understand what it is that you're selling, what products and services, what your mission, your vision, and your values are. So values, what are your core values? Here at iMedia Exposure, we value creativity, innovation, elegance, sophistication, staying on the cutting edge, and positivity. Our vision is to have entrepreneurs have a easy roadmap to grow their brand following and sales and have effective marketing plan so that they can get to these practices. Our mission is to have entrepreneurs live lives that they love by growing their businesses and providing products and services that meet the needs of their clients. Our brand relationship on social media is pretty chatty and friendly. Every brand will have a specific voice in how they want to engage. We're a little bit more laid back over here. We work hard and we play hard. So we showcase that mix on our social media and how we engage with our clients or potential clients online. Part of your brand messaging is also the visual aspects. This is a brand board, and I suggest that you all have one. If you do not have one, we'll be more than happy to help you create one. So the first elements of your brand board is the brand colors. So you want to pick 2 to 5 brand colors that you're going to use consistently on all of your marketing online. You want to think about your brand colors in terms of the industry, what is going to work in what your target demographic is going to like, what is going to look good on you. So if you've noticed, a lot of corporate brands are using humans as part of their branding, or a lot of smaller businesses are really showcasing their team. So if you are your brand, you want to make sure that these colors look great on you, because when you're doing your photo shoots, you're going to want to make sure that you have those colors incorporated. And not always, but on your main website and things like that, your printed materials. This is our brand board here at iMedia Exposure. You want to think of 10 adjectives that describe your brand, and you want to make sure that your brand board really showcases those elements. So like I said before, some of our core values: creativity, innovation, sophistication, fashion forward, energetic, things like that, like fun, modern. These are the things that we want for our brand to represent. And I would say that these images kind of evoke those feelings. Here's another one of our brand boards for one of our clients, and it's a completely different look and feel. So he wanted classic, progressive, masculine, organized, clean, modern. And so we showcase these kind of elements here. Here's another one of our brands, and they wanted energy, female, innovation, creativity, sophistication, and professional. As you see here, there's different elements. And when you're creating your brand board, think of, you can put fashion in there, you can put home decor, you can put graphics, you can put anything on here, but you want to make sure that your brand board has these elements of your colors. And if you see here, we have our color codes on some of these. These brand boards are what you're going to be able to give to any designers or anybody joining your team if you need graphic work done. So instead of having to explain what your brand is about, they can just take a look at this and see the look and feel of the brand and know the colors, and so you have a succinct aesthetic throughout any graphics being created for your brand. You don't always have to have all of your social media posts in these brand colors. So if you see here, I showed you the iMedia Exposure brand colors are teal and gold, and here there's not really much teal and gold. But what we've done is broke this into 9 blocks. So a 9 block is just essentially 9 posts on social media that will fall in your grid into a 9 block here, as you see. We took screenshots of 3 9 blocks. These all fade into each other. You can have your 9 blocks fade into each other, or your 9 blocks can individually share about one product or one service or one storyline. For a mix of content, you want to showcase like the look and feel of your brand, testimonials, client work, tips. So as you see on the top left, there is images of me working. There's testimonials, and there's some other images that we kind of showcase the look and feel. In the middle, if you look at the middle left-hand image, that is a 9 block of one of our clients that we posted. On the bottom is a photo shoot that we did for Reina Valentina. The top middle is a testimonial, and then in the middle we have a slideshow with 5 tips to attract and convert your perfect client on social media. On the right, we have some tips, we have some beautiful imagery, we have some people on our team, and all of these posts kind of showcase, a visual aesthetic and different kinds of content ideas. You can definitely incorporate reels and IGTV as well as videos. So those are different kinds of content that you can have on. And you want to create on Instagram in particular because it's such an aesthetic based platform. You want to make sure that your posts are visually appealing and tell a story right there in your feed. Here's one of our clients, and it's kind of all over the place. If you notice, some of the words are cut off and the pictures are pixelated and different kind of exposures, and it just kind of looks like a hot mess. This is when we started working with this client. Clearly it's a restaurant, and now you can see what they offer. They have brunch, craft beers. You see the kinds of food and people that frequent this establishment. When we started doing the social media for them, their profit increased 300% in the month. So think about this. If you're clear about what your brand story is, you're clear about showcasing what you have to offer, it's easier for people to want to follow you and do business with you. When it looks like a hot mess, you're going to not really get a lot of followers. On Instagram in particular, the placement of the imagery, the kinds of content, doing a proper mix, adding in quotes, showcasing a variety of different things. If you had a quote, a quote, it might be overbearing and it might not look nice. I generally, when we do imagery with words, you see here, we kind of mix it in. It's not like every single post has words on it. Here's another one of our clients, and if you notice, they do a ton of words and then some photos. And it looks fine. It's not great. This client increased their profit by $3,000 a month when we started working with them. She's a color stylist in LA. She's been in business for over 30 years. She works with celebrities, and she helps people figure out what colors work well with them to bring out their inner essence and showcase their beauty, as well as what colors work for people's brands, things like that. So here you can really see that we played on colors. We took the trending colors of the season and showcased how you can implement those colors in a variety of different things, from home decor to nail polish, makeup, handbags, cars, and different kinds of apparel. This looks beautiful. It invites people to really want to actually follow the page because it just looks nice. And people like following content that resonates with them, that they get ideas from, that they get tips from, and that looks nice. Here's another one of our clients, and we worked with this restaurant when they first started off. So if you look at the bottom left, it's a 9 block of an unveiling of the imagery of the restaurant. And at that point, when we first started, we didn't have a ton of content because, the restaurant wasn't even open when we started. So what we did is it took a shot of the restaurant itself and then unfolded it. And of course, when we did that second shot, when it was just the concrete floor, we got a couple comments that were like, hey, what's this? Just a concrete floor? But we played along with it. And we're like, yeah, stay posted. We're going to be unveiling the whole place in the next couple weeks. Then if you look, that blue couch, we took that image and cut it up into 3 posts. And at this time, we didn't have a ton of followers because the page was super brand new. But it looks nice. It gave us content. And so there's so many ways to create content and utilize content when you're first starting off your page or you don't have much content. You can also find stock imagery that works with what your brand is about. It doesn't always have to be your products and services or you. So if you look at the top right, there is a woman sitting in a entryway, and the image is a picture from Mexico, and The restaurant focuses on Latin and Mexican flavors. And so we just shared that, the te quiero mucho. Another piece of stock imagery that we thought looked cool. And since it's a taco and tequila bar, we thought that that kind of worked. You also want to think about the kinds of things that your client would be interested in. So, for example, if you are a health coach, maybe you do not offer fitness classes, but you do nutrition. So, you share about food and things like that. But then you could also share about meditation. You could share about, inspirational quotes. You could share about yoga. You don't have to just show the things that you're selling. You can show things that represent the lifestyle that is going to resonate with your clients. Our number 3 tip is to connect with your people. So, who are your people? I speak to people all the time and they say, "Oh yes, anybody can buy from me." And of course, that is an accurate statement. However, we don't want to try to market to everyone. We want to figure out who our perfect person is. I like to break it down into 5 target personas. So you want to think about that perfect person, then your secondary person, then maybe the third is a niche group that you fulfill. Maybe it's nurses, maybe it is yoga teachers, maybe it is speakers or authors. So really figure out what that niche is that you're going to target. Number 4 could be people that you want to partner with. And number 5 could be affiliates. So people that would actually sell your products and showcase all of that kind of stuff. When you figure out who those people are, you want to get more granular. So when you think about target demographic, it's a standard age, sex, place that they live in, but then you want to go in a little bit deeper. So you want to figure out who they are, what are their interests, what are their fears, what are some of the things that they need, what is their growth potential? What products are you going to offer them? What are you going to upsell? What are you going to downsell? What is the value of that customer? And how much marketing are you going to spend to get that customer? So if you'll make $5,000 on that customer, think about it like this. If you would make $5,000, are you willing to spend $500 in your marketing to gain that person? It's a $4,500 profit there. You want to figure out where they hang out, location, as well as what groups they're part of, what pages they follow, what they're interested in, how do they interact? Do they comment on posts? Do they like DMs? Do they like audio DMs? Do they prefer video DMs? Think about all of the ways that you can communicate and really engage. And what platforms are they really engaging on the most? Is it Instagram? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Twitter? Is it TikTok? Think about those kind of things. And think about do they have a family? Do they shop at certain places? What are the things that they're interested in? So those are kind of the more granular things that will help you find these people so that you can go out and actually engage with them. You really want to segment your market and identify these people and create targeting. Are you going to do ad campaigns? Who is going to be targeted for specific products and services? Do you have a freebie or a free offer that is going to work for each one of these people, or is it just one that you're sharing for all of them? I suggest taking a look at your target demographics, those 5 personas, and then figuring out what pipeline you're going to take them down. What's that free offer? How are you going to get into that initial contact with them and create that lead? How are you going to follow up with them and what you're going to upsell and downsell them to? Number 4 is having quality, consistent content. So that means posting daily. You don't want to just post a couple times a week. And the reason for this is that you can be posting and getting tons of followers and tons of likes. And I'm sure you've experienced this. You don't post for a couple days and then your followers drop. And that is because the algorithm in Instagram and the other social media platforms basically has you kind of disappear because people are inundated with content all of the time. And so what goes to the top of their news feed is the people that they're engaging with. It's the posts that they're seeing, the brands that they are seeing and looking at their page more often. So the second you fall off, it takes some time to build it back up. So you want to post consistently. You want to create a content marketing workflow. So when you're creating your content, what is the audience that you're targeting? Think about those personas. And it doesn't have to be all of the personas at once. It could be one product and service. Then you want to think about the ideas. What is the concepts? Are you doing a weekly theme? Are you doing a 9-block theme? Think about that and then refine your ideas to really work with that market. Figure out the hashtags and the keywords that you're going to want to share that are going to have people tune in and want to listen. You want to do that outreach. You want to do that engagement where you're actually going out there, commenting on people's posts, liking their posts, sending them DMs, but not a hard sale. Literally build the relationship. You want to think about all of these concepts and figure out what people are liking, what they're engaging with, and then create the content that's going to work. And then outreach again. You can promote with ad campaigns. I suggest on every platform to use links. On Instagram, you can't click through on a post to a link, but you can have links in your bio. You go to the iMedia exposure page. We use a tool called Links, and it has basically all of the pages that we want to promote. It has our mastermind on there if you want to sign up. It has our free workshops on there. It has our 20-minute complimentary consults on there. It has our podcast on there and whatever tools. You can go to our website, things like that. On every other one of the social media platforms, I suggest having your link on every single post that you post. It could just be to your website, it could be to your booking link, it could be to your blog, it could be to a specific product or service. So that being said, make sure to use links. Make it easy for people to learn more and sign up or purchase. It's really beneficial to have a content calendar. I use this tool called Planoly to organize my posts on Instagram. And I use this because it's kind of like a Tetris board. You can move around the images so that you make sure that it looks nice visually. You can actually use the calendar feature that you see here to put in what kinds of topics you want to post about, what events, all of that kind of stuff on that calendar. Here at iMedia Exposure, we use a Asana calendar because we're managing a lot of different clients and we have a lot of people on our team. We have graphic designers, we have our brand managers, we have our engagement strategists. And so we really create all of our tasks in our notes. So we'll have, the topic of the posts, the elements that we're going to talk about for that week, the quirky holidays that we're going to speak about, the events, the podcast, the email blast, the blog post, all of those things that are going to go out, and all of the tasks that we need to do to get those things done on our calendar. And so we utilize that. Asana is great because it also allows you to assign tasks to people. You can implement this into your calendar as your Google Calendar as well. You can block things off with times. You can block it off with days. You can color coordinate. You can tag things. So there's multiple ways that you can utilize this to really organize your work. And so a big component of having your marketing plan is creating that plan of the daily tasks that are going to happen on that day and that week and that month. You also want to add, like, what are you going to do to get that, 250 new Facebook group members or 250 more Instagram followers or, 50 new signups that week? What is it going to take? How much engagement are you going to have to do? What kinds of content are you going to have to create to get people there? And your products and services should, always be evolving. If the year of the pandemic taught us anything, was that we need to stay on our toes and consistently be watching the market and understanding what are the needs and wants of our target demographic and really providing that and being able to pivot and grow and include more and create more funnels and create more ways for people to utilize your services. Here's another piece of content as a 9 block. So we used if this one image on the left, and then we cut it up into 9 blocks. And here are the 2 posts on the right. So this is a really great opportunity for you to, you know, make your own. If you don't have that many photos, you know, add some graphics to it, add some quotes to it, and you can cut it up and use it. And then you can implement that on your content calendar. So if it was like, this week is a light week, or maybe it's a holiday, or, whatever it is, kind of create the content that works for what you're wanting to showcase. And it doesn't always have to be sales. It could be expert tips. It could be, inspirational posts. It could be learning more about you and your team. And number 5 is having a sales and marketing funnel. And this is super, super important, guys. You want to have ways for people to follow you through this process of sales, and you want to have this marketing funnel. So your sales process will be one thing, and your marketing funnel will be another thing to get people into that sales funnel. Here's a digital marketing funnel. So it goes through that awareness process. How do we get views and visitors, and how do we turn them into fans and followers? So to get those views, you can do engagement, you can do online ads, you can do affiliate marketing, influencer marketing. Then to get those followers, you want to have those storytelling posts, those short videos. You want to have that content that's going to really inspire and engage and have people want to follow. Then you want to have those freebies and have people have opportunities to go to your website, sign up, purchase, all of that jazz. Have blogs, how-to, video tutorials, share your customer stories. You want people to turn into visitors to actually content readers, and then turning people into leads. So your lead magnets could be a free guide, a tip sheet, a free consult, a reservation, a podcast, a free event, a mini course. You can also sell products and things like that. So moving people into that. Once people are in your email list, what is the email drip campaign that you're going to follow up with them? Are you going to up and down sell to them? Do you have loyalty offers to have these people become repeat customers once they purchase? Do they get a discount? Think about Uber. When Uber first started off, or they even still do it, you refer somebody to Uber and you both get a discount, or a gift certificate on your Uber. Think about the foods delivery services. Think about some of the products that you purchased from. I got some pots, or this vitamin company, or the toothbrush or toothpaste company that I purchased from. I refer a friend and I get a discount on my next purchase. And so if somebody loves a product, they're more than happy to share that product with their friends. And you're more likely to have them share that link and really kind of reinforce that buy with their friends and family if there is a kickback to them. So they'll make sure to share that customized link that they're going to get credit for that. Then think about what contests you can do. Like, how do you have people become advocates and grow your brands? Like, when you're working with influencers, you want to create a strategy. So it's not like, hey, influencer, just post this thing about my company. You want to really think about how you can create viral content with this person and leverage their reach, and really gauge that return on investment of working with this person. So some of the challenges for social media marketers are measuring that return on investment. So a lot of, digital marketing is getting that brand exposure. But I suggest that you create a list of what the results are for each month. How many followers, how many likes, how many shares, how many signups to your freebies, how many appointment bookings, how many products sold. So really write those things down. Then understanding like what channels are going to provide you with those results, and work a plan, create those strategies, and develop the technique that you're going to need to get or need to do to achieve those goals. Then determine what to post. Think about what you're going to share for that week. Think about how you're going to tell that story and really showcase your products and services and your brand. and really connect to your target demographic. And then, like in anything, in a business, you need to secure your budget for and resources. So, what are the resources? What are the tools you're going to use? How much is that all going to cost? Like I said, if you want that $5,000 sale of that client, what is the budget going to take for you to actually get that client? Do you need to outsource things? Do you need to hire a graphic designer? Do you need to outsource your marketing? Do you need to outsource your accounting? Think about the things that you need to do to run a business and figure out what you excel in and what you could use help in. Because to get to your goals at a quicker rate, you're really going to need to, either have somebody coach you into what to do so it takes away that time and stress and you're not kind of spinning the wheels. We all sit there and we can be doing things for hours and hours and we might not get much progress. And there's a learning curve. We might not know how to fully utilize something, so we have to watch a couple of videos, read a couple of articles, and maybe that time can be eliminated and saved by working with somebody that can do this one-on-one. A lot of our clients are highly successful and they're like, you know what? We just can't take the time to do this. We know that's a learning curve. We know that it takes so much time and energy. So you want to outsource things that are not going to give you the highest return on your investment because you're going to have to give way too much time to that. So here are some general social media strategies that I want you to take away. Really know who your customer is, all of those specific demographics, then where they hang out, where are they online, where do they shop, do they belong to any groups or associations, what do they read? If you know what they read, then you can also get press, write articles for those companies, submit your articles, ask to be interviewed, things like that. Really showcase what differentiates you. Of course, there is a ton of companies that do the same thing as you. There's a ton of companies that do the same thing as me. And what I really say that differentiates me is that I have 17 years of experience. We have a team of graphic designers, brand strategists, and engagement strategists that work with us to really get and connect with your target demographic. I have a fashion background and I really create beautiful brand messaging and visuals that look professional and that tell the story of your brand. You want to really be clear about what your goals are as well. Like, how are you going to establish your brand? What is that strategy? What do you need to do? How are you going to generate that traffic to your website and grow your sales and revenue? We can open a business, but if people don't know about us, we can have the most amazing thing. And if you don't have a great marketing plan, if you aren't working your plan, and if you don't have time to dedicate at least 10 hours to your marketing every single week, then you might need to get some help so that you're doing that. And if you're spending those 10 hours and you're not getting any results, you probably should work with us and really get a marketing plan that is going to achieve your goals and save you time. You want to really figure out what is necessary to grow your business, what tools you're going to need, how you're going to measure your results, and then think about how you're going to communicate to those customers. What are your email campaigns going to look like? What's the voice and the components that you're going to share? How often are you going to blog or create visuals or your videos? All of these things are components that will make you successful utilizing social media to grow your brand. In our Brand Boutique Digital Marketing course, we go over each one of these components with you, come up with strategies, and really create this plan that is going to save you time, have you achieve your goals, and get that return on your investment. You'll grow your sales and your followers and have a beautiful brand and have messaging that's going to really connect with your target demographic. I would love to chat with you all, whether you're interested in the course or not. I would love to give you a complimentary free 20-minute strategy session. And you can go to this link, bit.ly/your strategy 20 to pick a time that works for you. We'll go over your social media, go over your website, and I'll give you tips and strategies on what you can do right now, what's working and what's not working on your online presence. You want to take action. Remember, people make a judgment in seconds. You have 3 to 5 seconds on your website or your social media for people to make a judgment about whether they're going to do business with you or not, whether they're going to stay on your page or not. So why not have that impression be professional and have people really understand what your brand is about? In our digital marketing course, like I said, we have 8 modules of video. We have worksheets, marketing plan templates that you'll fill out and we'll go over on our live sessions. We have 10 weekly live sessions, and we'll also do 1 hour brand analysis with you one-on-one. So normally if you did this all individually, it would be almost $3,000. If you do want to sign up right after watching this, contact me and it is $997. Be sure to let me know that you have watched this workshop and you'll get that pricing on our website. The pricing is more, but just let me know that you came to our workshop and I will give you that $997. If you need payment plans, we can do that. It's a 10-week session. So we can do, $100 a week. So you can pay it like that. If you want to do it in 2 payments, you can also do it like that as well. I would love to connect with you all on social media. If you have any questions, be sure to connect with us on Instagram or any of your preferred social media platforms at iMedia Exposure. If you do go to our Instagram page and you want to sign up for our free mastermind group that meets on Tuesdays at 12 p.m., you can do that there. We also have our podcast. We have more free events and social media and marketing specific events too. So this was Attract and Convert Your Perfect Client on Instagram, and we'll be doing more workshops that will get more granular into specific things as well. We also do a content creation live course. It's a weekend course or a 2-day course. And in that, we go over and create your content calendar, create your funnels and your strategies, and also provide you with styling and photo shoots as well. So be sure to follow us on iMedia Exposure. Send me a message. Be sure to book your complimentary 20-minute strategy call. Again, my name is Farhana Cannon, and I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me today. And I hope you take and utilize these tips. I would love to learn what you did to expand your business, and I look forward to working with you. Have a wonderful day.